Okay, so we're back in the workshop after American Speed Fest. So we got to do some repairs to Swamp Thing. So when we was at the show, we ripped the nuts off the bolts and it twisted up the anti-roll bar. So we got to fix this. Now I'm gonna cut these plates off and make new ones because I've never been happy with this. If it breaks the bolt, you have to take this piece out anyway. So what we're gonna do is make it so it's got a little bit more room in there and you can put the bolt in from the bottom and put the nut on the top. So if you ever have a problem with the bolt, you can change it at a show and not have to cut that piece off. So I was looking through my metal supply. So this is a normal box section. So that's 2 inches by 4 inches. And the idea was to cut this up and then make it to replace those pieces on the back of the anti-roll bar. But this is what the normal thickness is. So this is only 3mm, and that isn't really thick enough. So I've been going through the stuff and I found, so it's slightly different profile. So it isn't a square, but this is still 2 inches by 4 inches. And this one is 6mm. So this is twice as thick as that one. And I've already marked it out. So we're going to cut that one and cut that one. So we lose that little piece in the middle. So that'll be the 2 brackets, because we're going to cut it all the way through the other side. So that'll be the 2 brackets we need to weld on the truck. And then all we have to do is drill the holes in it so we can put the bolts through. And then we can weld that on the back of the truck and that'll be it fixed. So I've just cut the bracket off of here. So that's where it was on there. So yeah, so what we're doing different is, at the moment the bolts come through like that. What the bolts are eventually going to do are come through that way with the nut on the top. So if this bolt ever breaks, we can change it at a show and not have to cut this off and weld it up. Because you probably can't see it. This one I've had to cut before in a show because we broke a bolt. And this way is a lot better, a lot easier, and we can fix it quicker. So we finished mocking it all up now. So the brackets are on here. They're not welded in at the moment. We just got the jack with a piece of metal pushing up on this now. The reason for that is we want to make sure that the distance from the set shock tower to this is the same, but also they have to be level between the two. So this is flat. So if that one's flat on there and that one's flat on there, they're in plane together. And then also we just check the distance back from the shock tower to where this is. And they've both been marked up so we know which is the front of them, because the brackets are slightly offset. So there's an F there and there's an F on the other side. So now all we have to do now is just weld that up. And now we've got enough room now so we can put the nut in from the top. So when the bolts come up through here, we can put the nuts on. That's all welded on. Let that cool down. Do a bit of sanding and painting, and then we can reattach the anti-roll bar. So we're just wire brushing the welds now, get them all nice and pretty, and then we can brush paint some paint over the top of it. So yeah, so that's got loads of penetration on that. That is, weld has turned up quite high. So
it's too dark, can't see.
It's too dark, you can't see, but no, so what we done...
Well, we're going to show the demonstration we did?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we wanted to make sure we had enough penetration with the welder. So this is the same tube the monster truck's made out of, and this is one of the old bits we cut off. So what, I don't know if you can just see it in there, you can see the weld.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the welds just burning through the tube, so it's done it both sides. You can see where it's coming through. So that's how we know the welder was set up right to burn this all the way through. So we got really good penetration on that, so that won't rip off. Okay, so here at Swamp Thing 4x4, we are sponsored by Lucas Oil. When we do an oil change on the monster truck, we use a 20W50 engine oil, but we also put in Lucas heavy duty oil stabilizer. Now they've given me this nifty display so I can actually show you what it does inside the engine. So this is a normal plain motor oil, and if you look when you turn it, what it does, so you can see the oil comes from the bottom gear, it gets a little bit onto the next gear, hardly anything gets onto this one, and there's absolutely no oil at all on the top one. Now with 20% added, watch the difference. So you can already see there is oil already on all the gears, so it will stop a dry start. But look, we're hardly turning it, and you can see it's pulling the oil up onto that gear. You can see you can see it actually pulling it into the top gear all the way around. And this one is so much smoother to turn. So if we compare them side by side, so if I do it again, this is side by side. You can see the difference between them now. So there's hardly any oil getting onto the top gear. Now if we compare it to the other one, yeah, you can see the oil being pulled all the way up to the top. So that is why we use Lucas Oil Heavy Duty Oil Stabiliser in our monster truck. But if you want to find out more about some amazing products from Lucas, please check them out on lucasoil.co.uk. Link below. So we've got the foam in for the tank. So this is a barrel of methanol that we just put. So we pre-soak everything. We've blown it with the airline to get any loose debris out. And then we pre-soak it and then squeeze it, because it actually makes it a lot softer and it's easier to get it through the hole in the top of the tank. Yeah, I've already got 4 in there, so this is number 5, and we reckon it's going to take 15 to get 1 level in, and then we're going to get 2 levels high, so it's 30 of these blocks we reckon it's going to take. So let's put this one in, squeeze that through the top, and then I've just got to push it into the right place, which I can't do because Georgina is standing exactly where I need to be to push.
Well, I'm pretty sure the viewer would like to see the cube in the tank. There it is, and I just got to move it. Climb down now.
Yeah, so the cube is in the tank. Just got probably another 25 to put in there.
Yeah.
So if you want to see what it looks like with all the foam inside, there it is. That's all the foam inside the tank. The tank is all filled back up again now. So that should take the sloshing problem away. Yeah, so it's got 30 of those blocks in there. Let's climb down. Yeah, it's got 30 of those blocks in there, and it only loses about 5% of the volume by putting the foam in. Yeah, so we've measured what it normally takes and what it takes now, and we've lost about 5% of volume with the foam in, which I don't think is too bad. But if it stops that sloshing and problem with it, because I can't get the swirl pot in the bottom of that one, that is all good. We've run it all up, everything seems good. We just got to put a few more cable ties back on stuff now, and then we can get the anti-roll bar back on the back and then cable tie all these up. We're just painting the last little bits of it now, and then we can get it back done. Then we can go around to do a few more checks on the truck, and then we can clean it and then load it back up, because next off we're up to Truckfest at Malvern. You might have noticed we've got some fancy titles on our videos. Now Karl Keegan has done them for me, and he's just started up his own YouTube channel. So I'm going to drop a link down below and you can check out some of the stuff he's done. He's done some great interviews with people. He's interviewed me on one of his videos. He's also done Todd Dewey from Ice Road Chuckers. And also he takes you behind the scenes at Truckfest, and also what he does in day-to-day in his lorry. I'm going to put a link in my description for his channel down below. So the truck is all back together. So the anti-roll bar is all on now, all new hardware fitted. So now we got the bolts going up, so that's all good. Repainted it all, cleaned all the truck down, got it looking spectacular again. Georgina's even been polishing all the shock absorbers again to shine all them up. Re-blacked all the shock absorbers because the tyres do rub them down again. Yeah, so really happy how Swamp Thing has turned out. All we have to do now is load it back up into the trailer, because now we're off to our next Truckfest event at Malvern. Okay, so let's get Swamp Thing fired up and get it into the trailer. Oh, stink. You can smell where you've polished those exhausts, Georgina. You can smell it as it's coming in.
It's really fast now. It's got aerodynamically exhaust on it. It's nice and smooth.
Yeah. So
Cuts through the air nice.
Yeah, you can smell it because when now it's got hot, it's burning off that polish you've put on it. Wowee. Yeah, let's get it strapped down and then we can get the big tires in and then we can go shopping for some food because we've got to take the food with us. I'm not going to film that. We're probably going to go to...
It's a bit boring, wouldn't it?
It's a bit boring just going shopping for food, isn't it?
Go to Asda and buy some steak. Oh look, this is our steak. It goes off at this date or something. We like to cook it at this rarity.
I think we'll give that a miss for you guys, but we'll catch up with you later.
Yeah, see ya.
So here we are at Truckfest Malvern. Wow, the weather at the moment isn't that good at the minute. It's quite cloudy, it's been spitting with rain, but we've built the monster truck all up. It's all ready on its big wheels. Georgina's just doing a last little bit of polishing up on the shock absorbers, getting them really good. Done all our safety checks, everything's looking good on the truck. So yeah, just waiting for the Slingshot team to turn up and then we can get everything sorted for our day here at Malvern. Okay, so I've been quite busy. I've already set up the cars ready for tomorrow, but while I've got a little bit of spare time on my hands, let's go and have a look at some of the lorries that are turning up to be here at Truckfest. I'm sorry about the wind. It is quite windy. I've got the protector on the microphone. Just hope you can hear me. So at the minute all the truckers are coming in, they've had a hard day's work, and what do? They start cleaning their trucks. They're all out there with the polish, getting them all ready, getting them all shined up for the public to come in tomorrow. Okay, so it's day one officially here at Truckfest. Got the Slingshot ride trucks, both of them here today, so they're loading up one now while the other one is driving around the arena. They're really cool. Also we got Alan with the race truck, and we're already parked up, so it's 10:30 in the morning now. We do a parade at 11:10, but we park the trucks up nice and close to the fence so people can have a look at these amazing machines up close. Yeah, so we've got Slingshot parked up here. Got some people in the vlog. Thank you guys. Yeah, so we've got the Slingshot parked up here. Got me parked up down there with the shop already open. For all these people to come in. So let's go and have a quick look at the shop. Got Broke FMX here as well this weekend. Claire's in the shop. She hates being on the videos. Yeah, so we're right here at the side of the arena. All right guys, you're going to be on YouTube? Yeah, so these guys are going to be on YouTube. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe my channel, okay buddy? Oh, you're already on there, that's great. But yeah, so all ready for day one here at Truckfest.
So this is day one. I'm doing the parade, waving to all you lovely people, but also in the cab I'm doing quite a few other things at the same time. So I'm trying to warm up the engine, I'm checking the oil pressure, the voltage and everything else, making sure the rear stereo is working perfectly, using the cell sensor to make sure that the wheels come back into the sensor. Before I do my power runs, I like to perform a brake test. This is for a couple of reasons. One is to make sure the brakes are working perfectly, and also to see how slippy the grass is. The grass can be really slippy, especially first thing in the morning with all the dews on the grass.
Okay, so we've been having issues with something now. I thought it was the fuel filter because we got this new foam in the tank. We were expecting the fuel filter to block up a little bit on the monster truck. And we was doing the parade, put my foot down, and it started running really bad. Now, I'll climb up. Okay, so we're up on the truck now. everything's not exactly how it should be at the minute. Everything's not put away. So that's the fuel filter. That was filled up with some of the blue from the tank. We was expecting that, but we wasn't sure whether it actually managed to get through and get up into the injectors. So these are all the injectors up in here that I clean. I'll go there. So I pulled every single one of the ones out in the top. The top ones are smaller than the ones that are down here. So I knew if it was going to block an injector, it would be one of the top ones more than one of the bottom ones. I pulled every single one of them out, and every single one of them was clean. Right, so we knew it wasn't fuel at this point. So next thing, what do? We've got the distributor. We reset the distributor's timing because we were wondering whether the timing had slipped at all. Reset the timing on static, and it still wouldn't run very well. Tried to adjust it with my timing light. It was just jumping around, up and down all the time. So we've put another distributor in. Now this is one of my old distributors. The one that was in it was brand new. It's only been in beginning of the year, and it has got a problem with it. Put this one in it, set the timing up static, and everything fired up, and it runs well. We just took it for a spin around the arena, and everything is good to go. So yeah, so this is what I've been dealing with, trying to get it running. Been really thrashing on it, so I've burnt the back of my hand there, burnt it there, because I've been trying to do all the timing, reset it, fire it, just trying to get it running. And of course, when you're up here, there isn't a lot of room. These are flames are coming out of these. I'm trying to see what the timing is at that end, then trying to get back to this end to set it. It's been an absolute thrash to get Swamp Thing running again, but we've managed to do it. We just got to go around it, do our checks now. Shouldn't really have to do much. Just got to tidy up all that fuel system at the back because it isn't exactly routed how I'd like it routed. We've refilled it. Hopefully we don't have any more issues in show 2 here at Truckfest Day 1.
So this is action from the second show. On this heavy landing, the wheel hits the bedside. I had a great chance to sign loads of autographs after the show and meet your lovely fans.
Good morning, it's day 2 and we're in the trailer. Already set up the truck, the track's out on display, the shop is all set up. We're just in the trailer, just washing my hands, filling out my safety sheet for the day. Yeah, so really looking forward to today. We had a good walk round last night, saw some amazing trucks. We even took out the big pole so we could do some really fancy shots. So here's some of the stuff we filmed last night. Hope you enjoy it.
I've been watching you with dark eyes every night, counting up your sins. I keep a list and checking it twice. I know where you've been, I smell the sin, and you're looking nice. You can't bury me. You don't love a night. I'm still broken in the gutter. It's just me on my side, but I leave you with the shudder. I got goals you don't wanna know. I got goals you don't wanna grow. Trying to forget I'm in your head, shatter up your spine. Try not to choke, a funny joke when you say you're mine. Lost your control, think you're alone, I'm still in your mind.
So at the moment the trailer is in its big mode, so when the monster truck's out, this is our living area. Now I'm going to push it back in and look what the difference makes when it's all slid back. And now we're all slid in.
So this is the original Slingshot ride truck. So this is an old school monster truck with leaf spring suspension. Gives a really bumpy ride. And this is their new ride truck. This is more like a race truck with nitrogen shock absorbers. Gives a lot smoother ride, but I think I still prefer the #1 truck.
Okay, so at the show we got to meet some of you wonderful subscribers, and some of you did some fan art for me. This spectacular version of Swamp Thing was done by Finley. Finley was age 6 and he came to see me, I think it was on the Saturday, and it was really good. This is an awesome thing. I'm going to put this to my collection, Finley. And also we had another one as well, and this one was from Thomas. Thomas has done, he's even written, it says, "To Tony, I love Swamp Thing," from Thomas, and that looks really cool. Thank you guys. I always like to put these on the videos because you get to see them as well, not just me. But yeah, I really love getting your fan art. So keep it coming, guys, and I hope to see you at a show soon.
Here is some footage from show #1 on day 2 here at Truckfest. Crushing the cars to make a nice ramp at the beginning of the show. This is the recovery professional display teams showing how they recover vehicles at the roadside, how they perform and work together as a team. Really impressive to see how they do this, especially with some of the really big equipment they use. This is show 2, day 2, the action. These are all the award-winning trucks in the arena to collect their prizes. Monster trucks are back on straight after.
Okay, so it's just after 5:30. We finished the show. Swamp Thing is all packed away in the trailer. All the shop is put down in the van. So yeah, and everyone is nearly gone. So the Slingshot team, they're packing their stuff down. They're breaking down the ride truck. It's amazing how quickly the showground clears out. The guys are going to come and pick up the cars tomorrow, pick up all the bits that are left. John,
Dusty.
Was it dusty by any chance today?
Dusty.
But you had loads of happy customers?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's good. But yes, so I'm going to put a link for their channel down below so you can see what else they do. So all we got to do now is head back to the workshop, reverse the trailer in, and then we can get to work. There's a couple of little things I want to do on it. I'm really annoyed about the distributor. The distributor is brand new, beginning of the year, and I think one of the magnets is let go in it, but I'm gonna have to try and work out how to test that. But yeah, But that's it for this video. Hope to see you again on one of our shows, but if not, don't forget to share, like and subscribe to this video, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.
Suck me in the smoke, breathe me in and let me go. Filling the lungs inside you, in the black of night.